Hey guys, it's Jenna, the owner of Elevate Beauty Education, Supply, and Studios. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about how to make your beauty business stand out. The market's getting saturated, but there's still tons of ways to separate yourself if you do the work to actually put yourself ahead. And the worst thing you can do, you might be thinking to yourself, I'm fully booked already, I am doing everything awesome, and I am at the top of my market. Well, if you don't continue doing things, then there's always going to be someone nipping at your heels and getting better. So always want to be looking at your business with fresh eyes, really, because that's how your clients are looking at it, right? So don't let yourself get stagnant. That would be my number one tip. If you are at the top of your game, there's always another step. And if you don't keep taking those steps to elevate your business, then you are going to go down the rungs just because the industry is not stopping evolving while you think that you have that competitive edge. It just keeps going. And that's the nature of it. And that's also the nature of staying really enthusiastic and loving what you do, because if you love what you do, you always want to get better at it. And then you're always going to be at the top of your game. But if you don't reach out and you stay in your own little zone, then it's really hard to accelerate your growth and elevate yourself past what is already in your own mind zone. So make sure you stay with us till the end of the video, guys. I've got an amazing offer for every artist who wants to improve their beauty business, and it's literally like $700 worth of collab for free for you. So all you have to do is apply. So stick through this video. There's going to be a lot of great ideas. But then at the end, I'm going to share a way that I'd love to help your beauty biz succeed in the next year to come. I would challenge you to just watch this video and gain the tips that you can. I'm going to make it really simple for you guys. Basically, I think there's like 2 different ways that you can elevate your business. And it is so simple to just take a second and dissect your business. So what you do is the main thing you want to look at. The actual services that you're doing. What's performing in your business and what isn't? What are your number 1 ranked services and what aren't you doing any of? And if you still have holes in your schedule, perhaps you need to add more services. So getting education to provide more services so that what you're doing can grow is a great way to build your sales, which is really basic. If you aren't offering very many services, perhaps that's why you're not getting very booked. So the number 2 way you can improve or analyze your studio is how you're doing things. And this is a much larger category, of course. And so there are some basic things you can look at though that are going to really help you hone in on what you need to improve. And so number 1, I would say, is how you're doing your service. Are you providing the best service you could possibly provide? Is every client coming out looking amazing? Or are there some things that you're having trouble with that you are consistently kind of stumbling with in your studio? Did you take a volume course and you find you're not able to hand fan still because you just didn't get that skill? Or another one that lots of people do is with brows. Lots of people don't get really confident with brow shaping, and so they're really scared to do things like brow laminations, etc. So if you are having a hard time producing consistent, awesome results, the main thing I would focus on is practice and training. So first, actually, I would say training, because if you are practicing the wrong things, you're never going to get better. So I have myself taking courses where it's like you take this 1-day intensive training with someone and it flips your whole mindset of everything that you were doing before and tweaks everything you were practicing you thought was so hard. And in 1 day, someone who's super experienced can help you correct that. Consider taking more education if you are not getting certain things that maybe you did take a course from before. Even if that instructor was awesome, if the program was awesome, sometimes it just doesn't connect with you. And there's also the piece that you might just not have been there in your career. And it doesn't mean that you can't get there. I've done this with permanent makeup before. I've taken a lot of different courses. And some of these things have been taught to me the first time, and it wasn't sitting in my head, right? Like I was hearing it, it was passing through, the instructor was great, but I just wasn't ready in my mind to take that information in. So the next time I took a course, I was just improving. And these are things that I know that probably were taught the first course and were taught well. It's just every time you take that course and do the refreshing of the knowledge through someone else's perspective, you do gain a deeper understanding, and not only that, a deeper confidence. And so if you are not performing, focus on education first of all, because you do want to look at getting those services that you already do up to top notch before you do start adding new stuff onto your services. Number 2 thing that could be holding you back as well is your products. So even if you're doing the best at the service, you've mastered brow laminations or you've mastered lash extensions, etc. If you are not using the best product out there, then that's leaving room for improvement and ways to elevate your business. So for example, if you're the best at doing brow laminations and you are like killing it, but you're using a traditional solution, it's just a matter of time before someone comes in with some brows, they've come from somewhere else, they're a little bit damaged, you're going to overprocess them possibly. Or they have a some kind of a something on their skin that's reacting with your solution and it does not process properly. And then you have to redo it. Or they are dieting and their hair has changed. So you do the regular processing time with them and it turns out really bad because this client is just dieting. So for example, that changing your product there, I would 100% recommend any heated solution, but we do have a heated lash lift and brow lift solution, brow lamination solution that will eliminate those problems. So that's one way that you could elevate that service a little bit more that I've adapted in my studio. I've not found another product that can compete with that in terms of quality of service. Another thing that is right off the top of my mind are water-based lash adhesive. If you're not using a water-based lash adhesive, also you're just waiting for someone to come in with a cyanoacrylate allergy or to develop one yourself, which has happened before to me too. When you're lashing and you're a lash artist, you're exposed to this forever. And then all of a sudden you can't get lash extensions yourself because you've had developed this sensitivity. So skip that all and get the less chemi one. This is also gonna reduce the amount of tearing that your client has, less red eyes. Less tearing means you can do a faster service, make more money, and clients that come out without red eyes make better before and after photos, that's for sure. And it also just elevates your studio because people come in from other studios and they're like, I can't get lash extensions, but I'm going to try again or something like that, or I have a really bad sensitivity, and they come to your studio and they're like, whoa, this is completely different. That is an elevated service. So another one that I love that has like really helped my business out, that is why I'm promoting these lashes so much, my R.02 lashes. It takes any kind of volume to the next level. If you were having trouble hand fanning at all, like I didn't have trouble hand fanning, but when I started using these lashes, literally I could chop 20 minutes off of my full sets. That is gold. That's money in your pocket. So if you're gonna order lashes, why not order the best ones that are gonna fan so easily for you? So check out the .02s if you haven't. We do have an awesome collab opportunity for all our signature branded products if you do wanna try them. But don't stay limited to just the things that we're offering. There are so many things out there. We are always looking to improve our products or bring products on that can elevate your businesses as well as ours and share that. But if you have something sneaky and special, then that is going to put you right over the edge. So whatever it is, just do your research. And the worst thing you can do is keep ordering the same stuff from the same supplier that every other business is ordering. Literally, you cannot elevate your business by doing the same thing as everyone else as easily if you do go and spring for a more luxurious professional product that is not as well known perhaps. And usually you're going to find that from a smaller supplier because those are the niche things that like start little and gain notoriety before they're adapted by those big companies. And lots of the times the reason why they are only staying small also and they're more expensive is because it is much more expensive to produce. The profit margins aren't as high. So they might not even hit the big companies because they're making way more money selling the cheaper, super chemi traditional lash lift solutions because they are super cheap to make. So why would they want to carry a product that has so much lower profit margin and then also be devaluing their flagship product? And same thing with the .02 lashes. Like I literally have not touched all the other lashes that were in my lash kit after getting those lashes. So why would you bring on a product that was gonna knock out like 90% of your other lashes that you're selling? It's just not necessarily a smart business move, but this is where as a business owner, you do have to look for those things that are going to diversify you. And you're gonna have to like look for them in places where everyone else isn't looking for them, because that's how you set yourself apart, by doing the things that everyone else isn't doing. And so yeah, try to think outside the box and try something new instead of continuing to order the same products from the same massive supplier that absolutely everyone else is ordering from. So there's many other things I think that we could talk about here that could affect how you are providing a service, like your location, your marketing, your advertising, everything. But I think the number one thing that will come through for everyone that I think people are needing to embrace their authentic selves in their business. So I feel like we're breaking free from this McDonald's like fast food type style of business model where I hate to say it, but the customer is always right. Because yes, the customer is always right, but sometimes you're not right for every customer. And if you try to be right for every customer, then you're making yourself like McDonald's, and that is not a high-end or luxurious experience, and it's also not going to set you apart from everyone else. Also, McDonald's, they charge like $3, right? And make like pennies on their burger, so they need to do high volume of sales. It's a really tough thing, and I think a lot of like the bigger chains of beauty businesses, that's like probably more their jam. But if you're an artist, then by nature you need to embrace your creative passion. You need to embrace who you are and what you're good at. And if you don't do that, then it's never going to shine through. People are coming to us for specialized services. They are not coming to look like everyone else. They are not coming to get a McDonald's type service, right? Nothing against McDonald's, but it's they're looking for a little bit more of a luxurious experience lots of the time. And if you don't embrace your personality, your likes, your dislikes, and let your true creative passion shine through, then you're never gonna get above a McDonald's great service, right? So be okay ruffling a couple feathers, because as long as you're doing it out of love and what's truly best for both the client and your perspective, their service, and your business and the direction that you want to go. And the main thing is that if you try to make everyone happy, guess what? The one person that's not going to be happy is you. And because we are an artistic based service, if you are not happy and you're not living through your passion and you don't find your joy anymore in coming to work or doing your service, if you lose that thrill, that giddiness of like making the perfect eyebrow or the perfect set of lashes, if it becomes like McDonald's to you, if it becomes an obligation instead of an obsession, then you know that something is going wrong in your business. And it's the first sign of burnout, and it's the first sign of your business starting to tank. So if you're really trying to elevate your business, what you have to do is really stay on that stoke, right? So take note, anytime you are feeling not stoked about something, maybe you're not stoked about a service too. There are services that I'm not stoked about. Ethically, I have problems with, like, so tattooed freckles, that's one for me. I just don't believe that it fades nicely or can be guaranteed to fade nicely in the skin. So it's not for me. It is for some other people and they do great with it, and that's awesome. So some things you have to decide, is this going to be for me or is this not? Another thing, like for me, I used to do body waxing, came to the point for me that I just didn't want to do any waxing besides facial waxing. And some people love it and that's great, but it just wasn't for me. So you have to decide, am I loving what I'm doing, or do I need to make a change to my services, how I'm doing them, or my policies to make sure that I keep stoked? Because if you don't stay stoked as an artist, and if you're not true to yourself and you're not afraid to ruffle a couple of feathers, then you are going to lose your passion and you are not going to do as great, and you're not going to implement any of these things, and you're going to start hating your job. So that would be my number one thing. If you want more tips, check out this video up here. Otherwise, leave me any comments down below. You can connect with me through Instagram. I love to DM with you guys. So shoot me a message, ask me a question, and I'll get right back to you. Also, if you have any questions on how we can help you elevate your business in the upcoming year, shoot me a message or check out some of our collab opportunities. We are giving away some amazing promotional opportunities to artists who are experienced to try out our product lines before they buy them. So you do not even have to put out any money right now to be able to try these things that are going to set your business above. And so if you don't like them or they don't work out for you, then no worries. And I know as an artist, that's like the scariest thing, right? You have your thing that you love and you don't want to change it up because that's money out of your pocket, time out of your pocket, etc. So I totally understand. So we've created this collab program, and you can check out the link down below or DM me at elevatelash.ca through Instagram, and I'll tell you all about it. If you're a small account too, or if you're new to the beauty biz too, and you don't know where to start, shoot me a message. The awesome thing about our programs is that you do get to fast forward into some of the more experienced, luxurious product lines. A lot of beginner programs will have you start off on some lower grade stuff, because when you are starting off, something is better than nothing. I will just say that. So, and then you learn about the good stuff after usually. But if you want to just head straight into like more luxurious expert solutions, then hit me up in the message. Our training programs are a little bit more intensive, but you will be graduating with a higher level of confidence and skill set. You just have to stick with it, right? And we'll be there with you through the whole step. So thanks so much for joining us, and check out these tips again for more ways to improve your beauty business.